Hi, I'm Robert Kirby and welcome. I am so honored to be part of the Global Healing Exchange training programs. Today I'd like to talk to you about leadership and what it means for you. Leadership is the ability to access one's innermost strengths and to guide oneself and others to reach their maximum potential and performance. However, before you can influence anyone or anything in a positive way, you must first develop leadership over your own life. So for today, I created a model for you that has 3 specific aspects that will help you immediately in your leadership. The first is called grounded presence, and the second one is called clarity of thought, and the third one is called stable emotions. This is what I call the key elements to self-leadership. I'm going to start at the beginning with grounded presence. Many years ago, in San Diego, I decided to take up yoga. And there was an incredible yoga training academy not far from where I lived. I began taking classes every week. And my first teacher was a very grounded earthwoman. I can't remember her name, but I'll always remember me feeling so good after her classes. She was so connected to the earth and so present. And she inspired me and all her students. Now, she went away on a holiday and I began going to the classes of another teacher. Although a master in her different poses, she was quite spacey and she was ungrounded. I feel a little ungrounded myself just thinking about her. After a few weeks of taking her classes, I never felt so disconnected from myself in my whole life. And then it dawned on me what one of my teachers, Dr. Valerie Hunt from UCLA, was talking about. She did, in her physics laboratory, measure the human energy field based on what happens to a person after they're influenced by someone else for an hour. In other words, if you go to a teacher for healing or therapy or coaching, or you go to a doctor or a college professor, or you have a manager at work whose leadership you're under, you specifically take on their energy field and you mirror it identically. So this is mind-blowing, because what I realized is that when I had the yoga teacher who was grounded, then Robert was grounded. When I had a yoga teacher who wasn't, my whole day or even my whole week became disconnected as well. So it's really important as leaders, we leaders must be in integrity and we must be grounded. In the work that I do with Robert Kirby International and Core Energetics International, a lot of our work is about the body and its energy system and keeping the mind and emotions really connected and really present. I want to give you a couple hints right now that will help you. The first thing you can do, besides grounding and walking barefoot in the park, I mean literally walking barefoot in the park, or if you live near the ocean, to walk along the sand, which is very, very grounding, or if you get away in the mountains, make sure you take a lot of hikes because that mountain air and energy is really grounding. However, in your own home, you can use one of these spiked balls. They come in all different colors. They're inexpensive. If you want more information on that, though, you can get information at the end of this video. But these are really powerful. If you just did a couple minutes on each foot each morning, you'd be a lot more present and a lot more focused for the whole day. So that's really important. The next thing I want to talk to you about is the clarity of thought. Now, thoughts are so important because each and every thought has its own energy field. Yes, that's true. Thoughts generate energy and it's received by those we are leading. So our followers will not only hear what we say, but they'll feel our thoughts as well. This is why we want them to be coherent. Now, what does that mean? So I'm going to go back to science again. Scientists now tell us that thoughts can be coherent or incoherent. An incoherent thought is when you're thinking negatively, or you're distracted, or you're not really connected to what you're guiding people towards. In other words, your thoughts are negative, and you're not feeling as good about yourself. If you do a meditation in the morning and you get into low alpha or theta brainwaves, and you can kind of enter the quantum field, in other words, connect to your innermost self, you can mellow out so much and get so much focus about what you want to achieve in that particular day or even that particular meeting. If you need to be really clear or really focused, or that particular talk. So clarity of thought is a key element of leadership. And if you don't have that, you'll certainly lead your followers astray, and they won't trust you as much, and they won't feel as connected to you and where you want to guide them. So, the first two things, getting grounded and getting clear thoughts. The third element is called stable emotions. Now, what I believe about emotions is also connected to the scientific research of Dr. Valerie Hunt. She also concluded, after 20 years of research, that the human aura was either coherent or incoherent. So this is very similar, if not identical, to the conclusions from neuroscience. Isn't that exciting? We're all connected. Our inner self and our outer self and our brain, our mind, our thoughts, our feelings, our energy are all connected. So if one thing tends to be incoherent and disconnected, other areas of life will be too. All right, so what do you do about it? I have a couple suggestions. One thing is that I really believe in deep tissue body work. Now, for years I've been trying to get a massage every week. If I don't get it every week, I try to get it every week. But at least once a month, to have a skilled therapist go deeply into your muscles, and they will release any negativity or emotional life or feelings that are not congruent with your purpose as a leader. And this is so important. Really raises your integrity, because your body and your mind and your spirit is now coherent and connected and grounded. So another thing you can do is use rollers. Now, we have Core Energetics rollers, but also in recent years we've come up with these thinner rollers that you can have in your own home, or you could typically find these at a gym, and you can roll on these on your stomach, on your back, and on your side, and will open up the contracted muscles and bring emotional energies and negative feelings to the surface, so you can simply let go of them and get the energy streaming through your body. This also does a lot for your breath. Now, when your breath and your respiration is more full and you exhale, you tend to be a lot more confident in your communication. In other words, you can leverage yourself, because when you're really connected, you don't need to speak as much or say as much. You can actually use the energy that you're conveying to your followers or to your audience in such a way that they really feel your essence and they actually get it. They really get who you are. So I think that this is really important for leaders. And if you want more information, you can look at the bottom of this video and get more information about us with Robert Kirby International and Core Energetics International. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to share this info with you.